So you're probably a coach, consultant, or agency owner looking for the next best funnel to implement inside of your system. So today in this video, I'm going to be showing you the two-step VSL funnel. Now, I did not create this funnel, but I don't see any other videos on YouTube talking about this. So the goal in this video is to help you understand this funnel to the point where after you finish this video, you can take absolutely everything I've taught you and go ahead and build your own funnels properly. So if you're not already aware of why funnels are necessary, I'll explain with this example. So have you ever bought a product when a creator tells you to? Probably not. Instead, whenever you get to the point of buying something, you have to do research, you have to compare other products, you have to consider, and then you buy. You don't just buy right when they tell you to. You go through this whole process, and it's the same with your traffic. You have to walk them through each step in this funnel so that their only option is to buy from us. So we're going to go through the stages that the lead actually goes through. Now, this is awareness, just actually being aware of your content and who you are. Now, this is interest. So they're actually interested in your content and curious about what you're doing. Now, this is consideration. Now, consideration is they're thinking about getting your product. They're like, it might be a good thing to do. Like, I might need this. And intent is like, okay, I do need this. Like, I want to do this. And then they purchase, right? They don't just go from awareness directly to purchase. Obviously, the time frames between these is different for every single person. But usually when someone tells you to buy something, you do your own little sequence of these by yourself without even realizing it. You don't just say, okay, I'll buy. So we need to get them to know, like, and trust us to sell more of our services or our product. Now, this is going to be the two-step VSL funnel like I explained earlier. And the overview is to get audience to watch your VSL with the end objective of booking a call with a seamless experience. And by the way, all of the components inside of this funnel can be used in any other funnel. It's not exclusive to this one. So at the very top, you see that I have a call out. I'm calling out the niche that I actually want to target, agency owners and consultants. So then when someone sees that and it's not them, they're just going to leave the page. Right here is your offer. So in case you don't know how to create your offer, you're going to want to think results. You're not going to want to think pricing, especially if you're targeting rich people or people with money and you have a high ticket offer. People with more money tend to think of results and benefits, and people with less money tend to think of just spending less money and getting the best deal possible. So after that, you can have your subheadline, just some other bonuses. And right here is your VSL. Now, your VSL has to be good to actually convert. It can't just be a video that you spent just like 5 minutes on and just didn't script whatsoever, didn't put any thought into it. It needs to be structured in specific steps properly for it to actually convert. Now, as you can see down here, I have a call to action. Now, it says access AI demo and has an arrow pointing down to this survey. Now, speaking a little bit more on the VSL, the longer your VSL is, the more call to actions you actually want. If it's a minute and under, just do one. If it's 10 minutes to 30 minutes, do 3. So right here is a survey. So the reason it's a survey and not an actual calendar, because I know some of you are going to ask this, is because it's a very low barrier to entry. Just name, phone number, email for your free course. So I also have a lead magnet to boost conversions because everyone wants something for free that's actually going to help them. In my case, it's a free 5-day automation email course. So this is where we're going to get into the sauce right here. So we have this first initial question right here, and this is all inside of the survey, all of these. Now, right here I have, are you an online agency owner, coach, or consultant, or have a high ticket offer? Now, this is a qualifying question. And I don't want to take just anybody because I'm not going to be able to help them as well as I can with these guys. Now, this is another qualifying question that also matters. So right here, I have 0 to 10K a month. If any lead selects this, they're automatically unqualified. Now, if any leads click any of these, they're all automatically qualified. And I'll tell you what that means. So at the end of this, both leads can book a call, but unqualified calls have no conversion APIs or pixels. Qualified calls have conversion APIs and pixels, meaning we only want Meta to optimize for qualified calls only, because then it's going to bring us more of them. We don't want to optimize for unqualified calls because Meta doesn't care about quality. It cares about completing the objective, meaning if you have a bunch of booked calls, but they're low quality, Meta thinks that you're winning. Meta thinks that they're winning and they're doing a good job because they want to get you these calls and they're just going to do it no matter what. So if they're low quality, then it's just going to give it to you anyway because they're the ones that are converting. And this is the way that you can mitigate the unqualified people because you're only sending back the information of qualified people. Now, these are the two separate pages. One of them is unpixeled, one of them is pixeled, one of them is connected to Conversions API, one of them is not. Now right here, I have what are your biggest bottlenecks inside of your business? This is just data collection right here. And it's also leverage. So if somebody gets to this point, by the way, and they don't actually go to the calendar, and I'll talk about this in a second, then I already have their information. It auto collects right when they click this next button. It's a very low barrier to entry. If you just have a calendar here, you might scare away some people. Now, if you do have a calendar there, you're going to get more qualified calls, but you're going to get less of them, meaning you're just not going to have the volume that you would otherwise. Now, if they happen to get here, as I was saying, then you can call them up. And if they select this, that's leverage that you can use. Hey, I saw that I sent you the 5-day email automation course. I was just curious, like, how did that go for you? Has it helped you so far? Like, I want to learn if it's really improving your business right now. And by the way, like, I saw that you were having trouble generating new leads. Can you talk about that? I'm trying to learn more about what some people are struggling with so I can best help them. How's that been going for you? And you can do this for any of these right here. Right here. Booking sales appointments, getting qualified leads, following up with leads. And by the way, if you're getting massive drop off, you might have too many questions. If you are getting too many unqualified people on the calls, you might have too little questions. So you need to find the perfect balance. And I made a video about this on my Instagram. You should go check it out. Now, right here, I have my calendar embed. Now, my calendar embed is very crucial. It's very crucial because what it does is it mitigates friction. Because if you redirect people to a separate page to actually book, they're going to see that as optional. They're going to be like, huh, optional. I don't need to do this. I already gave this guy my information. What the heck? But if it's embedded inside of the survey, it seems like the next logical step. Oh, this is just part of the survey. This is what most people do. I'm going to select a date to actually schedule this call. So now that you have a 2-step funnel, 1 right here and 2, you could almost count this as a 0.5, a 2.5 step funnel, because the qualification, the contact collection, and the booking is all inside this form right here. Now let's talk a little bit more about the confirmation page. So as you can see, I have 3 videos. You can have more, but I only have 3. These videos are called breakout videos. Now, some of you guys have really long videos on your confirmation pages, and it's 15 minutes long. Even if they're qualified, they're not going to watch all of it, right? And you want them to get this information. So what you need to do is take that one video and break it up into however many videos, however many topics you're talking about, into 3 different videos. So it's very specific. Oh, I want to learn about the AI right here. I want to learn about the funnel right here. I want to learn about the common questions right here. Make it very simple for them, because the basis that you need to go off of is they will show up if you give them a reason to. So you need to give them as much information as you possibly can that's valuable to them, regardless if they become a client of yours or not. Now, to maximize show rates, you're also going to want to be sending all of these videos to them via email, because some people, they just book, are sick, and they just don't even see this, right? You can also have it confirmed by responding to a text, but that's not necessary at all. Now, what is necessary and what you do need is these videos, as well as emailing them a ludicrous amount of times, 6 times a day, for them to actually show up, because you're giving them all this information, and it's not annoying because it's valuable, right? If you're actually giving them good content, then it's going to be fine. These are short videos as well, 2 minutes long, 2 minutes long, 2 minutes long. Well, 3 minutes. Very short, very easy, very concise, very succinct, very digestible. So I'll be talking more on maximizing your show rates on a different video. It'll pop out in the next few days or so. Feel free to check it out. Thanks for watching.